Hey everybody, it's your girl, Charlotte Van Horn. Black expats in Panama. You know, I couldn't let the year go by without doing one more walking and talking with you. Okay, so it is New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's, everybody. How are you feeling about 2026? I am hopeful. I am hopeful. I am encouraged. I am feeling very positive about 2026. And part of the reason why I'm feeling so positive about 2026 is because as rough as 2025 was, look, here we is. We made it, right? We made it. Well, we made it to the last day of 2025, and I just think it's a sign that, and a reminder that we can overcome anything, okay? As far as me personally, I think I did a lot of growing this year. I think that I, did some real, moves with the business. We expanded, in 2025, we did 4 extra tours that were not Beat Cultural Relocation tours and Buenas, and they were in other countries. So we did 2 tours in Ghana, October and November. We did the tours in Ghana, and that was just amazing. We're going to do it again. So amazing, so nice. I'm going to do it thrice. So we have actually Ghana 3 coming up October 2026, and it has been published. I just feel like as far as Ghana goes, that it is, for me, I've been to Egypt, which, but I just feel like as far as the, exploring the continent, I'm really happy that Ghana was my first stop, really, honestly, because I feel like it's the foundation for everything else to come. And you can look back on some of the videos, some of the guests that came. It was just kind of life-changing and eye-opening. And as sad as some of the information was to receive, it was a reminder of the strength that I have through my ancestors. I believe in DNA. My father, he didn't spend a lot of time raising me, but there are some things undeniably about me that are like him. Some good, some not so good. Okay? But I just see it as DNA. I've come to realize that I feel that DNA is in the races. Some of the things in the ethnicity. I'm just gonna say it. I just feel like traveling the world more and seeing what white people have done over and over and over again. It has to be something genetic about that. I'm traveling the world and seeing how black people have done some of the same things over and over and over again, all over the world. It's got to be genetic. There's just certain things that I think that we're more genetically disposed to. And I want, for myself, I just want to spend more time paying attention to that. And making sure that I am focusing on the best of me and dealing with those things that, if you think about it, aren't really the best of you, okay? So, I don't know, why I went into all that, but when I'm walking and talking with you, I'm just talking out my heart because you're my friend and family, right? So, that was Ghana. Colombia, Medellin will mess around and steal your heart, guys. I'm serious. We went there twice. The most amazing thing to me about Medellin is the precision and awesomeness of the tour. It is a brand new tour. I'm always going to do stuff nice. You know what I mean? It's like I'm always going to do it the best I can. But for us to have only done 2 tours there, oh my goodness, it is like amazing. Absolutely amazing. And the thing that kind of makes me most proud about the Medellin piece is that, I don't know, it wasn't initially on my radar. Got on my radar through a very unlikely way, and ended up staying on my radar and not on others. So when I start something, I'm going to finish, and I'm so glad that I did. One of the biggest challenges for me in Medellin, as far as curating this tour experience there, was that they just don't have the readily accessible. It just didn't seem that they have the readily accessible Black history that has got to be a part of any tour that I promote and share with you. So, gotta give it up to Julio of Colombia Tour Operators, because I told him, I said, I'm digging, I'm searching. What we need is Black history. What I'm learning is that Black history is richer and more easily and readily available along the coast, the shorelines. Medellin is more inland, more mountains, more, trees, valleys. Beautiful place. But just a little bit removed, I felt, from Black history. So, Julio kept searching, and he discovered a place called San Nicolas. And San Nicolas is literally, like, I want to say it's like a 500-year plus old community, where the enslaved were. And the thing is, when slavery ended there, a lot of the Black people left and went to Cartagena and other places, like, in any event. So now what you have is the result of the ethnic groups that stayed. The Spaniards and the indigenous. And so now what you see, now what you see is a very, very much lighter complected Colombians in that area. And that's because even though they're very fair, they identify as Afro-descendants, okay? And they're just mestizo, I think is what they call it. But, so that was interesting to me. To go to these places that talk about Black history, and there's no Black people there. So it appears. That's the other interesting thing about traveling. It opens your mind. I say, you see the world differently when you see the world, right? So in any event, he found this place, San Nicolas. Come to find out, y'all, I mean, it is like a journey to get there. Very interesting village. Very interesting village. Wonderful people. But the thing that was so amazing was that they believe and told us, I got it on tape, that Alfredo and I were the first non-Colombians to ever visit that village. That just seems like amazing. And so there you have it. I've made history. We have created and developed a relationship with the village and their leadership. And I just want to tell as many people as I can about that little niche of Black history out there outside of Medellin. And guess what? They're Palenque. They're Palenque. They are a certified Palenque village, okay? Super amazing. So just learning all this, but that was definitely the highlight of my Medellin stuff so far. Just interesting. So I'm happy because not only that, on that particular day when we go to San Nicolas, it's like pretty much a full culture day. Sort of in the same line and sort of like the same, like pretty much I have a template for my cultural relocation tour. And this tour has an extra day in it. We stay in Poblado, but that particular day is our like full culture day. And we go to another place called Santa Fe. And Santa Fe, we learn about some African traditions that took place there. We do a fiesta. It's just pretty amazing, guys. We go to Comuna 13, and Comuna 13 is a super important part of Medellin, okay? And it has a lot of culture there as well. Just be surprised at the part that hip-hop played on the restoration of the entire community, and the part that it still continues to play. Just amazing to go somewhere and see the footprint, the mark of, the United States in a more positive way. You know what I mean? So it's amazing. Our next tour there is February 20th through the 25th. And I don't know if y'all seen, but we introduced the one tour, two countries. So as with our May tours, we have May 7th through the 12th. We're in Colombia. We changed the date from the 4th through the 9th, just in case you get a little confused by that. But the 7th through the 12th is our Colombia cultural relocation tour. And then hang out a few days. And then we have Medellin the 7th through the 12th. Then we have Panama, 15th through the 19th. Baby, you get 2 top-notch cultural relocation tours in like 12 days. You can't beat that, because also, as far as our Black sit, Colombia and Panama are like top of the list. So to be able to see that through a reputable company that is not only, and we go by mainly Beat Tours when we're outside of Panama, BEIP Tours, right? And to be able to see all of that through a reputable company who has this much experience and excellence in 12 days and save $200, baby, it's the plan. So we have May 7th through the 12th, and then the 15th through the 19th. Then we have February. February tour is in Medellin. It is Buen Dia. At Medellin, it is February 20th to the 25th. Then you can either hang out in Medellin for a few days, or you can, come to Panama and hang out for a few days. And then our next tour in Panama starts March 1st. The thing is, the caveat is that, of course, the beat tours sell out kind of quickly. March is pretty full. And you have to book early. If you've been waiting, don't, because really, honestly, guys, for the first, almost half of 2026, our tours are either sold out or almost sold out, okay? So if you want to book, don't wait. Go ahead and make that happen. But you can actually spend a few extra days in Panama if you're planning on doing any, residency work, meeting with attorneys or whatever. If you just want to spend some time, relaxing, kind of getting to do the touristy things, because even though we try to add in some touristy stuff, look, I'm at this Burger King. I ain't no good. This is my first day walking in, I don't even know, as far as walking in my neighborhood, because we've been gone so much. I don't know if you know, but we took a little cruise and did some work out in some other countries. But anyway, I forgot what I was saying. Okay, let me go grab something to eat and then we'll finish up, okay? I'll see you in a minute. All right, so hope I ain't got no food in my teeth, because, honey, that little salchicha burrito was good. It was really good. Had a little orange juice. Now I'm gonna go ahead and head on back to the crib, okay? But like I was saying, a lot of exciting stuff. Very excited about Medellin, and just look for great things to come. Spent some time with some black expats in Curacao. I'm going back there, y'all. We're gonna learn more about that, okay? I got 2 interviews coming up that'll be published soon. And one of them is with our beloved Deborah Samuel. Y'all probably know her. And she lives in Curacao. I think she's been there a couple years now. And the other sister is Kiwana. Kiwana been in Curacao for about 6 years. And the other interesting part about her story is that she is a business owner there too. And it's always good to kind of know what it's like, the business track, because not everybody's retirement age, people want to go to places and work. But one thing, and y'all got to stay tuned, because one thing that came out of my conversation with Deborah was that you can process your residency yourself. Unlike Panama, you don't have to have a lawyer to do it, even though I believe in professional assistance, baby. I'm sorry. I'm just that girl, okay? I'm going to pay to have somebody else responsible for all that. But anyway, she said you could do it for as little as $445. So I think the cost of living is less in Curacao, and the fact that the residency is so inexpensive, might be something you want to consider, looking into and learning more about. So we did that. The other big thing that's happening, guys, is, I had a film crew come to Panama back in March, and they shot the first ever documentary for black expats in Panama. Okay, it is called Chariot, and there was a sister. Her name is Denise, Felice Denise, Happy Denise. She came into Cafe and Conversation one day, and she was like, she's so sweet. She came in and she was like, I woke up and you were on my mind, and she said, I thought about it. She said, your mother named you Charlotte, and we named you Harriet, and I think Reginald McCamey I want to say he was the first person to call me Harriet, so I always give him those props, right? So, and then she said, you put it together, it's Chariot. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So then when I started talking to Black Magic about doing a documentary, you know, and I told them about that, they was like, yes, bet. Okay, so the name of it is Chariot. And what I am going to do is to have a red carpet event, okay? And we're going to, you know, showcase the preview. There were some amazing Black expats who are living in Panama, who are part of the documentary. Also, there was a group there, and some of them interviewed, and they were part of it. So this is a documentary that is a standalone documentary, but we're gonna do a lot more with the amazing footage that we got from that. But in the meantime, you know, this documentary was just a little about me, my start with Black expats in Panama, you know, some of the people who have come through the tour. And it talks a lot about the history of Panama. So, you know, I like to get into the history, the Black culture and everything like that. So Congo dancers are featured in it. And so stay tuned for more information on that. And a great big shout out to all of the people who were in the documentary. I'm going to do something very special for you. So that was that. And let me think. What else did I want to tell y'all? We will be resuming our regular monthly activities in January. So, right back to business as usual. We're going to have our B2B on the second Wednesday. I want to say is January 14th. And that's going to be, as always, at the Global Hotel, 54 East Restaurant. And then following week is the third Wednesday. We're Welcome Wednesday back at Emotions Restaurant and Bar and Dinner Theater. That's going to be, don't get me to saying dates while I'm doing this, but it's the week after that, okay? It's the third Wednesday. Then, the fourth Sunday, we're going to switch up a little bit, so listen up. I have decided that I no longer want to do our cafe and conversation at Granny Venya, okay? So, I am going to, at this moment for January, do that event at Global Hotel as well. So on Sunday, the last Sunday of January, we will meet at Global Hotel. It's in the Barrio section, and we will meet at the 54 East Restaurant, okay, at 11:30. Goes from like 11:30 to 1:30. Buenas. And then what we got? Okay, Soho, the Caribbean market comes back, and I think that's back the second week in Saturday. So stay tuned for some information about that. We'll be doing that as well. Okay? What else? I did talk about, you know, I just think that things have gotten so negative. Like, you know, in the everything. I mean, and I get it. There's a lot of negativity going on, but I really have to emphasize, guys, stop watching all that shit. Seriously, stop it. Just stop. You know, it's some stuff, and everybody say, well, you gotta know what's going on. Well, manage that shit. Okay, you ain't got to sit there and watch it all day long. You're watching on the TV. You're watching on your phone. You're watching on your laptop. You know, and I mean, it's just overload. It's overload. And what you're going to end up doing is just feeling defeated, because a lot of this ain't shit you could do about it. Okay, really, honestly, you know, basically voting and trying to get people that have the power and authority to do these things to get their life right. Come back to a moral compass of some kind, but then it's the whole relocation thing. A lot of black folk are leaving the United States. Power to the people, baby. I'm excited about it. Our tours are a living witness. I think at the end of the year, when we finished our tour in December in Panama, I think the first, early, I honest to God, I really believe our final numbers for the year were over 260. We had 260 guests to Panama. We had 260 guests to Panama. And so it is definitely a real thing. People are moving, and that's good. But it ain't for everybody. Everybody don't want to do that. Some people want to stay and fight. Some people want to stay and act like there ain't no fight. Some people just want to wait it out. Some people have elderly parents, small children or whatever. And like I said, make sure that when you're talking about relocation, that your attorneys are giving you full information. Don't go in there and tell them this is what I want. You make sure you understand all of the options that are available to you. Because some people think, oh, I can't move to Panama because I'm not eligible for a pensionado. Well, that's because everybody talks about the pensionado all the time. Find out what you're eligible for. And then make your plan. That's all. Plan your work and work your plan. Don't let nobody tell you what to do. Just get good information and figure out what's good for you and yourn, as they used to say. But thinking about what's good for you and yourn, baby, haven't really released it publicly yet. So this is the first really public announcement that I'm making. But last year, around October or September, black expats in Panama parted ways with house hunters. And so we are no longer using them as our preferred realtor. Our preferred realtor is now Panama Equity. Kent Davis and Matthew Marks, heading that up. We have a team of realtors there who are amazing, who are there to help us and our clients with everything from rentals to purchases. And baby, we is buying up some stuff out here in these Panama streets. Do you understand? So, that part. So, in order to get in touch with Panama Equity and to make sure that they know that you are our people, the best thing to do is to send an email to beip@panamaequity.com. Okay? And there's a team of people who receive that information. You tell them what you want, and then you'll be connected to the best person. So, yep, we got a new realtor, and I'm very happy. They were on our December tour, and they killed it. I like the representatives. I'm just being real with you. I like the fact that there's more color and diversity in their office, and the service is on point. I like the fact that, Kent and I are kind of similar in our philosophies, and I think that we get along well. And you know what? He has always supported me when I wasn't doing business with him. And we have a video that's going to be coming out shortly where Kent and I are just, kicking and talking about that. Buenas, gracias, que tengas un buen día. So stay tuned for that. But I'm really excited and happy about it. Sometimes it's just necessary to make changes. I've learned a lot this year in my business. And, some of it is hard lessons. You find out sometime that you got people in your camp that, maybe not need to be in your camp, and people that you thought you could trust and that you are like-minded and everything like that. Listen, money changes people. Money changes people. People, they start seeing you, thinking that you making $1 million, which, by the way, since we talking, I know that I let y'all know that I had a goal, a year-end goal. And that year-end goal, last year we was this close to $1 million in sales. This year we're going to bust it wide open, baby. Yes, yes, indeed. So I still have this one more day. I want to say I am like one tour purchase away from hitting my $1 million mark. Let me not go down there because he got that daggone machinery making all that noise. So I'm going to wrap this up. I don't know. It's just been a while since I talked to y'all. So, but anyway, so if you're thinking about a beat tour, go on and get that beat tour today. Number one, while it's still there. And number two, I tell you, I'd be so happy if you get it that I will give you the discount that ended on December 30th. And for those of you who purchased tours during the year-end sale and the Black Friday extension and all of that, thank you, thank you, thank you. If your account has not been updated yet to show the $100 discount for each reservation, it will be updated by tomorrow or on tomorrow. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I just cannot say thank you enough. Kent and I were talking about, he was like, what do you think makes you so successful at this? And honestly, guys, I think that ultimately I give God all the glory, okay? And the fact that I'm not in this for the money. I am in this because I care. Because when I say I love you, I love you, I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it, I mean that ish. I really do. And, well, most of y'all. But I'm saying that I want to see us flourish. I want to see us look at opportunities and, realize that we have options. I don't care if you move or buy in Panama at all. That is just not my thing, okay? But what I do want is for you to be able to come and experience this option. When people come on our tours, they're like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe we got all this for that, okay? And we try to keep our prices super reasonable because we don't want to shut nobody out. Bottom line, you got to have a mission when you have your business. And at the end of the day, for the profit that I'm not making, for, being able to charge a lot more, God is blessing me in ways that you cannot even think or imagine. So, there's that part. So listen, I have talked long enough. Look for some really cool videos that are coming out. And one of these days, I'm going to learn how to turn the camera the other way. Okay, maybe it'll be this year, okay? Some of you, and the other thing that I wanted to say is that my schedule in my life has really changed, guys, okay? Because doing all this is a lot of work, coordination, logistics, relationships, and all that kind of stuff, which I love it. But I'm not on social media like that anymore. Other people manage the pages and things like that for me. I chime in and do things periodically, but please do not send me important messages on social media. If you need to send a message to me, send it to info@blackexpatsinpanama.net, or you can call 540-446-5107, and we will get back to you. But don't send me stuff about your tours and about important things, about needing a referral and stuff like that. Don't send that social media because I'm just not present in that way anymore. I just can't be and do all this stuff. And next year we'll bring on more changes. But, with changes and with me not being able to do as much of that stuff, I'm able to do more stuff to continue to grow this business and to offer you the very best that I can. And my team. So I just want to right now thank my team here in Panama for doing another year, another outstanding job. And the team in Colombia, excelente, great job. And I hope that this year we'll continue to work and grow together. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get on back to work. But I'm happy that I had this time with you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And there's nothing that you can do about it. Stick by me, because I'm going to stick by you. Okay? Till you mess up. Okay. Kisses, smooches, hugs, and everything like that. Have a good day, y'all. I love you. I love you. I love you. And there's nothing, absolutely nothing that you can do about it.